Seconds. Dear students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure in welcoming you all to the valedictory function of your institute. Indeed, I was preoccupied with many more functions, but I am delighted to be here today on of arranging a farewell to the students of final year who are looking forward for a bright future. As you are all aware, the student life is a golden life. As far as studies are concerned, you have to work little hard, but in my opinion, to a student who has been alert all along, a matter of fact. Now the days are different, so also the students' mentality. In these modern days, we have been able to get all the amenities required at our fingertips. It is a matter of great pride that we have been able to invent so many new things. As a result, altogether, we are getting ready food. In my opinion, the food earned after a full day's effort is the best food. You may agree with me that the result of efforts is always sweet. At this point of time, I would like to share one of my experiences with you. I hope that you will not feel that I am taking much of your valuable time in listening to my story. As you are aware, in those days of my childhood, there were no conveyance as today. We were expected to walk for 3 miles for high school studies. Nowadays, we cannot even dream of walking a furlong. All along the way, we used to find different types of fruits, flowers, and birds. With these happy scenes, we used to come home. As far as possible, we used to be in groups. This has made us today to be a social animal. It is true that ultimately the development of a nation largely depends on the system of education. In a democracy like ours, we cannot forget the productive and investment aspects of education. At the same time, we must also remember the social and cultural objectives of education suited to our state of affairs. Properly educated and trained manpower is the most vital factor in affecting the ultimate development of a nation like ours. So, the role of the people is more important than any other factors. That is why more importance should be given today to improve the system of education in the country like ours. Today, however, wise is being aware of the limitations of the machine. It is recognized that our values have stood the test of time and have proved to be of lasting worth even in the light of modern scientific and technological tests. Therefore, our educational system should also aim at developing healthy attitudes and values for the benefit of generations to come. The growth of a population poses a serious problem. We must devise ways and means to meet the growing demand for education. You will see there is, therefore, an immediate need to plan for the provision of teachers, buildings, and materials to cope up with the expansion. All these details will be presented by experts in the field. I am sure our country will succeed in providing guidelines to the planners and the common man alike. We have to remember that the present formal system of education is not adequate and immediate steps have to be taken to resort to informal and continuing education. I am glad this is also part and parcel of the proposal put forth by our government. You will also discuss the students' welfare and discipline, which are the most vital aspects of education in these days. It is by the system of education that we have to bring home to the people the true value of democracy as an art of living and the need to rise above the differences based on caste, community, language, or religion. Education should always be a unifying force. It can never be a force to divide and separate. The role of the teacher is to unify and integrate. With these words, I conclude my speech and I wish you all a bright future. Letter dated 5th June from the proprietor of Akash Publications to Sudham Enterprises, Balepet, Bangalore. Dear sirs, we are in receipt of your letter dated 28th May. In acknowledging the receipt of your indent for supply of books, we are very happy to inform you that unlike every year, we are able to supply the books in time to all our customers throughout Karnataka. As you are aware, due to increase in prices of commodities, we were not in a position to publish the required quantity of books last year, because of which the wholesale shops like yours and in turn the students suffered much. As a matter of fact, I would like to inform you that we were in a position to supply at least 75% of the requirements. But I am sure the ultimate losers are the future citizens and not the businessmen. Anyway, we have been able to overcome all those problems this year. As per your indent, we are sending the required quantity of books of all classes except 10th standard, as we are expecting them in a week. We assure you that those books will be sent within a fortnight. The books are being sent through Vijayalakshmi Transport and they are expected to reach you on 8th instant. After checking the books with the indent, you may receive them under due acknowledgement to be given to our agent, Mr. Shravan. If there are any discrepancies, you may inform the same to him so as to enable us to exchange them at the earliest. As far as settlement of bills are concerned, we are compelled to inform you that the bills should be settled by the end of this month, failing which 2% rebate stands cancelled. Thanking you, yours,